Hey, I'm Miles Beckler, and since 2010, I've been a full-time internet entrepreneur. My wife and I run several niche authority sites where we sell info products. We've got a couple of membership programs, etc. And one of the things we found is that the quality of our copywriting is really proportional to how much income we're making from the different products and the different platforms we run. Over the years, I've spent upwards of $10,000+ on video sales letter scripts and written sales letters. And honestly, a lot of what I've got back has been rubbish, to say the least. The most expensive copy I ever purchased actually came back full of lies. It was way off brand, and it took us several months to fix. I paid $6,000 for another written letter that I actually didn't run because it was so far off the mark. So really, I've felt my past working with copywriters is that a lot of copywriters are really good at selling their services, but they're not necessarily good at delivering on their promises and helping me create a letter that kind of trigger my audience members to action. So I met Josh at a conference, at a digital marketing conference in San Diego. And recently, with my newest membership program, I asked Josh if we could strike a deal where he would write me a first draft, because every time I've gotten copy back, I've always had to work with it anyways. So I feel, why pay full price for something that I'm going to have to spend a lot of my time and energy on anyways? Josh agreed, and he created about an 18-page letter. It was a great framework. I went through his kind of intake process. All of the questions that he asked me on his intake forms really helped me get really clear with what I was answering. And ultimately, this helped me sidestep that whole blank page problem when you're trying to write a sales letter and you just got that blank page and the cursor blinking at you. For me, that's kind of like immobilizing. So it gave me something to work with. I got about 18 pages back from him. I added a ton to it. At one point, I think it was over 48 pages. My wife and I both spent weeks working with this after getting it back from Josh, but the end result is so on brand. It's got all of my voice, it's got all of my story in it, and within the first day of launching this, it brought in several hundred members, brought in over $10,000 a month within, I believe, the first day of launching it, and it's about a $15,000 a month cash flow that has come in from that new brand. Really sped up the time it took for me to get a great sales letter out. It was very cost effective for me, one of the most cost effective copy services I've found. And ultimately, it was just done in a way that allowed me to still do what I was going to do anyways, which is put my time, my energy, my voice, my kind of, my unique me-ness into the piece, while not necessarily expecting a finalized piece that was off-brand or risked tens of thousands of dollars. It was a much easier and simpler product or service, and I really enjoyed the process. I really enjoyed the result that I got back, and I think if you're interested in finding someone to help you with copy and you're looking to get a draft written, you don't really want to pay the high 10 grand or more for the polished product, or you have copy skills like I do and you've been studying copywriting for years and you just want that kind of head start, that little nitro boost out of the gate, I think it's a great option for you. I've enjoyed it. It's up and running at contentandconversion.com. That's the final product of what I worked with and what I created, and I will definitely be using Josh's services to write a draft for future projects, no doubt. I thank you for your time. Again, I'm Miles Beckler. Any questions, you can find me at milesbeckler.com. Thanks and be well.